Hey kids, welcome to another episode of Code Rushed. Let's get into some code over here. Fred's with us. You good, Fred? Fred says he's good. Let me adjust my movable desk here a bit, and let me show you the changes between yesterday and today. I made just a few changes. Over in map, I realized that some of the property I was using to calculate the position of the rightmost column found and the last row found, which were used later for some important properties calculations, were not persisted. So I made both of those fields public. So you can see those changes right here and here. I also set the map property because we were failing to do that. So those two changes there. Over here, this is not important. I was just deciding which I decided to go back to import the small map again, just for testing purposes. And here, I took these three methods here and I turned them into one prepare UI for new map. So just a refactoring there, just an extract method there. And put the call over here as well. And then took these two map update if needed right there behind me and load final canvas element, move them up here. So it's just a move, so no change in there. But I did add an add tiles from map call. And so it was a piece that I found that it was missing. So with that, we're a little closer, just with those two changes. With the end of the show, Copper Beardy was like, in 5 minutes after you end the show, you'll figure it out. And I don't know if it was exactly that, but it was close. It was just one of those things where I was like, wait, let's look at this again. And I made those two changes. And that's it. That's all I've done since yesterday. So let's run it and we'll see how that looks. See what we're missing. At this point, I think we're missing the walls. The walls don't appear to be being saved or brought back. Oh, look at this. I'm wrong. The walls are back. So check that out. All right. Now, we noticed a problem. So a couple things. Let me do this. Let's set a tile here. Let's set another tile here. Let's set another tile here. And let's set a tile here. Let's set a tile all the way here in this corner. So that will change the flooring like that. And actually, let's change that to another one that we can recognize, that one right there. If I hit that a couple times, it'll give me a different random one. Okay, I'm going to hit Control-S to save. And I'm going to hit Control-O to load it. Okay. Oh, the walls. I was confusing. So here's what's kind of cool. All right, so let's take all of this. Let's fill it with a tile. And now let's hit Control-O to load. All right, cool. So it's saving and persisting the tiles up to here. But one of the things I wanted to test, I noticed some problems yesterday, and it was one of the things I was like, wait, what? We seem to have problems with textures that were large, starting down low here. And I was not sure if this is a problem we had all along, and I never spotted it. But I want to come in and I want to grab some of these large textures down here. So like the ocean is a pretty large texture. And I want to say, let's fill this square with the ocean. And I want to see what happens. Okay, well, I was expecting to get an error there, and I did not see it. Let's save, and let's hit Control-O to open, see if we get an error now. Okay, so something is wrong when we load it. And I'm not exactly certain why. Let's do this. Let's start up some music. Fred's good with the music, right, Fred? You good with the music? You're the man, Fred. No, you're the man, Fred. Okay, so let's see if we can get some data on this and see if we can figure out what's going on. So the target rect, I think the problem is the target rect is too big. And that's because the crop width and height are too big, is what I think. The target rect is too big and it's going to overwrite the target. So if we go into the target and we, look who's here, kids. Hey, welcome, Jetson. Darn, wrong character again. How you doing, Jetson? Fred's the man. Oh, the wrong character. You're trying to sneak in. Hey, today's moving day for me, kids. I am moving locations. I live in Costa Rica. Going from this location to a location not too far away. You're coding away. Pudding! I'm telling a story! Pudding, please, no! 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 Okay. Pudding's with us. Yeah, moving today. Got most of the stuff out. The big things are the things leaving next. Got internet working last night. Holy cow, was it an amazing experience when we finally kicked in and got 70 megabits per second up and down. That's actually faster than what I've got here. And super excited about that. And at the new location, because we were running into a lot of dead ends in terms of trying to get internet there. So it all came together last night. Got an underground cable connecting us to a neighboring business who were essentially buying internet from. Yeah, I'm moving. I'm not in the U.S. I was in the U.S. I've been in Costa Rica for a couple years. And I work remotely. I've been working remotely for about 25 years, I think. Really enjoy the commute from the bedroom to the office. I'm a huge fan of that. That, by the way, that hasn't all been for DevExpress. I've been working for DevExpress for only about, I want to say, 15 years of that 25. So I was working remotely before that. And anyway, I'm about to move to a new house. It's a house we bought. We've been renting a house here in Costa Rica for a while, and we just bought a house. And Karen, my wife, is an artist, and she has decked out this place with really fun art kinds of things, like the walls are deeply saturated colors, and there's like a bike handlebars sticking out of the wall, and then another table built out of a bike that's kind of sliced from the top sliced off of the bike. So it's got kind of an artist flair. We built 2 container homes in the back for the kids. It's a small house, but it's got high ceilings. So it's great in general. We're pretty happy about it, and we're moving in today. So today's that. As soon as I finish this show, I'll be like picking up big heavy stuff, sticking it in a truck, driving to the new location, unloading, and repeating until everything's out of here. So most of the stuff's over there. Jetson says Mark's actually wearing pajamas from the waist down. Or is he? No, I'm a fan of shorts. I wear the shorts. My son is a fan of the long footy pajamas. He'll actually go to an event dressed in full-on pajamas. He's the only one in Costa Rica. And to be fair, they go to his ankles. They don't actually include feet when he's out. But he's got to be the only kid in Costa Rica with full-on pajamas. And he's like 9 years old. He's not like he's not like he's too young to not realize what he might look like. So he's got a full awareness that this is his style, and he's totally happy with it. So more power to him. Let's see. So you're saying I'm moving? I thought you were in the U.S. No. I just want to make sure I've got it. Best commute ever. Yeah, it is. We'll never know. He could have no legs for all we know. Maybe he's CGI from the waist down. Yeah. So I used to speculate that, if the world were created by God, there ought to be an about box, and we should be able to find it, right? Like just hit your hand the right amount of times, and then it'll be like hand created by, your God. And something like that would come up. I figure we should be able to bring up the about box. And then an extension of that theory was that, if God did design the universe, or alternatively, if we're in a virtual universe, the universe theoretically would be Z-buffered wherever we're not looking for efficiency, which means if we were quick enough to look like under the table real quickly, we should be able to see the wireframe just before it fills in, if we're fast enough. So those are my theories. I've yet to find proof of an about box, and I have yet to see the wireframe. But I'm going to keep trying to find that. We got Rory Becker coming in about 50 minutes, kids. Can't wait for that because, you know, the show kicks into high gear and we start getting a real professional show when Rory shows up. So looking forward to that. Also, he's British, so we can't help but being professional. Right, kids? Okay, so I got a problem here. I suspect it's in the crop width, but I don't know for sure. And I have to be honest, when I see problems like this, where it's a whole bunch of numbers and I can't visualize it, I just got to, like, you know, imagine coordinates, I don't do well. So I'm going to write these numbers down. It helps me out a little bit if I write down the numbers, and it helps me visualize it. So let's look at what we've got for target. So target is got a height and width of 600. That makes sense. Hold on, let me take a screenshot of this. I'm going to bring up an image editor, paste in my screenshot, go crop it just around a small portion of it, and I'll bring it to you and let you see it in just a second. Here's what I want to do right there. Hit the crop button. Okay, here it comes. So I can't see this now because I'm at a breakpoint with an exception on it, but this is essentially when I hit Alt-Tab with the image that's seen. And the 600, I want to show you why that makes sense. So if we count the tabs across here, we got 1, 2, the tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each tile is 120 pixels wide. 5 times 120 is 600. And it's also 5 down, so it's 600 by 600. So that target, those target numbers that we're seeing in there, right here, when we come in here and we say, what is the, what's the height and what's the width, that's 600, those are coming from the bitmap we are writing to. Okay, so let's write that down. Target is 600 by 600, and that's 5 tiles by 5 tiles. The rect, the target rect, this is stepping over the bounds. This is what it appears to be happening here, is at starts at 480, 480. And it goes with a width of, crop width, 1440. This is where I think we're getting into trouble. And a height of 1440. I suppose as, like, let's see if we can just change the data a little bit and see if we can make this work. I have an idea. Let's see if we can make this work. Let's see if we can just add a check in here. It says, let's do this. Let's create a new variable called target width, like that. We'll set that equal to crop width. And then I want to say, hey, look, if target width, if destination X, plus target width is greater than my target dot pixel width. I think this is the problem. Like that. If that's the case, then I want to set my target width equal to my pixel width minus destination X. I think that's the code. And I want to do all of that, duplicate that, and change target width to target height, like that, and change crop width to crop height. And target height is equal to pixel height minus destination Y, and I got a problem here, like that. Okay, so if destination and destination Y, looks like I got a few more things I had to change there. So destination Y plus the target height is greater than the pixel height, then my target height is equal to pixel height minus destination Y. Then I want to use my target height and target width down here. Like that. That's my target rect. So let's come back up here. What are my errors? It needs to be an int. Okay. All right, let's just do this then. I think we're only working with ints at this level anyway. One more time. Okay. All right, so boom, that goes to 120. That goes to 120. Now the rect changes. Do we work? That works. That might be the fix. Now the question is, why didn't we have this problem before? It might be that we might want to look at that too. Because what are we using here? We were using the crop height. Those were passed in at the end. Let's look at that. I just want to go into call stack. Now that we've got this working, I want to see what my crop heights are. I want to just go out and see if maybe we're passing in. I don't think we're passing in -1 here and here. Yeah, nothing's happening there. It says -1 there, but I don't. Well, let's double check that. Let's go. Are we setting crop height to anything? Oh, we are up here to the pixel width. Yeah, it doesn't make sense as to why that one would not. I would not have a problem. I don't know. All right, I'm running it though. Now it seems to work. Now we can hit Control O to load it. Just to double check that, I'll come down here, put another one of these big textures in, another big texture here. These were all, I think, causing problems before. And we'll hit Control S to save. I'll select the whole thing, change it, now hit Control O, and it all loads back up. That's good. Okay, nice. So that problem that was kind of confounding us yesterday seems to be fixed, and I'm gonna blame Notepad. Oh, shoot. I missed this, Jakey boy. Sorry about that. Hold on a second. I saw it come in and I was telling the story and I totally forgot to go check over here. And you subscribed, Jakey boy. Thanks so much. Quick question. You said it's optimal for people with dyslexia and all people that you should lower contrast slightly. Yes, I've said that before. I don't think I said it on the show, but yeah, I have said that. So is having something too high contrast harder to look at for a long time? I've seen some evidence to support that, Jakey boy. But I haven't seen definitive, conclusive evidence. However, and when I say conclusive, I mean a scientific study that supports it. I have seen references, I think, to studies, but I have not actually gone in and looked at the data myself and looked at it, and I can't come with authority and say absolutely. But I feel pretty safe to come with authority and say, hey, if you want to dial it back a bit, that's good. But the real keys for folks with dyslexia is short. Probably the biggest thing that you can do is you can shorten the width of your paragraphs. So, for example, if we were doing word wrap on here, instead of having, and imagine this was like, I don't know, something really long, instead of having a bunch of really long lines, you kind of shorten them like this. This makes it much easier for folks with dyslexia. That's one of the things. The other thing and by the way, my daughter appears to have I guess I would call it like some form of dyslexia, not severe, but to the point that she is that she's like, you know, a little bit like definitely having trouble with letters and reading, definitely behind her younger brother in terms of those things. And it was interesting is applying some of the research to her. And one of the things is in this font right here, Dyslexie, which I've got a license to. Here it is over on the left over here. You can see it. This font is designed to be easier to read. And you can see there's already things that are going on here Look at the font. Look at how the bottom of the letters are fatter and heavier and even a little bit seemingly wider. In fact, they actually are wider. Look at the L. Whoops. Hold on. Look at that L. Why is it going over there? I don't want it to do that. Anyway, see that L right there? You can see how at the top it's narrower and it gets fatter as it goes down. There's all kinds of things actually that they're doing to keep make this harder to flip around. Look at the difference between this P. Let's see, is there a B in here? Well, there's a D. Look at the D and the P. They're not flippable. You can't flip them and make them the same character. They're not the same character. So all the characters that are flippable are distinctly drawn. I really like this font a lot. And my daughter has it installed on her laptop, and she says she reads everything with it. So she finds everything much easier to read with this. I'm a huge fan of the work that I think it's just one guy who created this font, but I'm not sure if they're a company now or not, but I totally support these guys. I've got a license every year. I renew it to this font. I think this is good as well. But yeah, shorter columns. Generally, you can go with a larger font size a little bit too. That makes things easier. And a font that's easy to read. Now, if you don't want to, if you don't have control over this font, you can go to Trebuchet is not bad. Here, let's bring it up in PowerPoint. I'll bring up Trebuchet here because I've got it installed on my system here. Let's create a new one. Blank presentation. Trebuchet. That's not the font yet. Let's bring it up. There it is right there. Trebuchet. It's not bad. It's relatively distinct. Like we can start looking at the D's and the B's next to each other. Not great. That's easy to flip left and right. But it's not bad if you, let me see. Ignore all. And let's do Q and a P. Oh yeah, that's not good. So it's not as great, but it does have some distinctive elements that make it it's not hard to read. It's not a bad font for reading, but I would go with I definitely go with dyslexia if you have dyslexic users. Yeah, no, I agree. I think it is easier to read for everyone, Jakey boy. Also, for me, I have blue light reduced on all my devices. It lets me look at any screen for way longer. I was wondering if you knew if that was scientifically backed. I don't have a blue light study background either. Let me check that, though. That's interesting. Blue light reduction. The problem with this search is you're going to get a whole bunch of products that are going to come up here. Study. That might help. Reduce fatigue. Now, I do have, though, definitive, authoritative answers on the question of polarity. So let me give you we'll create a slide on this right now. Here, we'll talk about polarity here. New slide, layout, title only, call it polarity. Let's create a monitor screen right here. Like that. Let's duplicate that. Make it a little bigger. Bring this to the front. Let's make this black. Like that. Let's select both of those. Turn off the outlines for both of those. Let's center both like that. I don't know. Let's make this kind of a gray. Let's give it a stand. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. There's my stand right there. And let's give that a little darker gray. Send this to the back. No outline on that as well. Okay, cool. We got a monitor, kids. That's not bad. Let's center both of those. Let me move this just a little bit. Let's increase this just a little bit like that. Drop that down like that. Drop that down like that. Nice. All right, whoops. Let's select all that, group it. Wait, I want to put text on here, sorry. Let's do negative, write the word negative here. All right, cool. Let's now take that, whoops, I'm not sure what I did. Okay, let's take that and bring it over here. And let's change this to white and change this to black and change the text to positive. Okay, and these are two different kinds of polarity right here, right? One is positive on the right and negative is on the left. Whoops. Now, if you have a question about these two, all the studies that have been done that, and they've studied all kinds of things such as productivity, reading speed, data density, are among the ones that they've studied. Hold on, where's my mouse? Sometimes my mouse like disappears. There it is, right there. Okay, positive polarity wins for all of these right here. Let me do this. Let me bring up a charm map, and let's go find a checkbox in there. Or you know what? We're in PowerPoint. Let's build a checkbox. Hold on. about there and there. Arrange, align bottom, arrange, align left, and zoom out. Let's drop this down to about there. Select both of these. Let me group them for now. Rotate them 45 degrees. But I really want to turn these into a, let me ungroup them now. Select, 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 merge into one shape. Give me 1 second and I'll show you where I'm going with this. And now I'll break everything apart. Now what I have is I have checkboxes that are aligned up and down. Cool, cool trick in PowerPoint to be able to do. Whoops, not quite all the way there. So yeah, positive polarity wins for all of these. You are faster at getting work done. You're more productive. Your reading speed increases, and the amount of data you can show on screen is higher. And the reason why is because your iris, which I guess I'm going to make like this. Hold on. 1, 1, 2, center, center, cut. That's my iris right there. My iris over here, actually before I cut, let's not cut this yet. Hold on. The problem is my iris in over here is wider, okay? Which means I need the images to be bigger. And over here, my iris is narrower, or tinier, smaller, and which means smaller images are seen with greater clarity, okay? That's the difference here, okay? So polarity, with regards to that, so I don't know anything about blue light. Let's see what came up here. What do we got? Well, somebody says it's not alone, but I like laboratory studies have shown prolonged exposure to high density damages retina cells in mice. Studies on real people tell a different story. So what I like to do is I like to get to the study. That's what I like to do. And I like to actually read the abstract and the conclusion and then more if I need to do. So this is kind of where we want to go. Introduction of low energy lighting and widespread use of computer, mobile, occasional claims of light sources with emissions containing blue light may cause eye damage, raise concerns in the media, appropriate to issue advice. So I'll get to the conclusion, and if the conclusion is significant, then I go back and I'll find out, I'll look at, okay, how many people are in the study or how many animals in the study. I'll look at what was going on with the study. So then is it an actionable conclusion? Will be like my next piece that I'll do. Sometimes, by the way, it looks like in this case, we don't actually have access to the whole study. It looks like we're going to have to get that somewhere else. We do have results. Yeah, it looks like a lot of times you've got to go buy the study or go somewhere to get the full-on study. But it looks like we've got, at this point, based on our quick search and the quick click of the first, and so this article, by the way, seemed relatively reputable. I like that it has lots of links, and I can go into the studies. So I'll give this kind of a little bit of credibility. But for me to come out and say it's actionable evidence, I need to have like 2 different studies with a lot of people involved, or a lot of, where it's a compelling amount and it's an actionable conclusion. That's what I'm looking for. So I don't have it with that, but with regard to polarity, I do. As of the point I last researched this, which was about a year and a half ago, this was the answer to the question. Okay. Now that also is independent. This information is independent of ambient lighting. Okay. However, I have other evidence to argue with that. It says these results here, productivity, reading speed, and data density, also fatigue doesn't seem to be any different between the two. So it doesn't have to be a significant source of fatigue. But the problem is this. Here, let's duplicate this slide. Was not anticipating we were going to go this direction this morning, but you never know where we're going to go. Here's the problem: is in this scenario here, the emphasis is on the edges of the screen. So you really need a big monitor. I think if you have a small monitor, I think it's got to be harder, right, to work. and that sort of thing. And because your emphasis is in the contrast points around the edges of the screen. So I'm somebody who tends to favor either surrounding myself with the ambient lighting I want that matches the screen. In other words, that's kind of what I tend to go with. And I had an or following that, but I don't remember what it was. Because I got distracted and realized that, oh, guess what? I'm in negative polarity over here. And the reason I'm in negative polarity for the stream is because at some point somebody asked for it. And I was like, fine. And I need to test CodeRush with negative polarity options anyway. So that's kind of what's going on. Yeah, having small monitor with lots of stuff gets hard in productive space too. I totally agree. Geniscu7. I do agree. Are we broken? Did Pudding break us? Is Pudding the guy breaking us? Pudding comes in, and then Geniscu7. Is that the first time you said anything? Yeah. Are we broken now? Let's see. Can I type in? I want to see if I can type in fixed. I think we've found. Yeah, dark mode is cool. You can get glow. I think that's kind of cool. You can kind of get a glow effect on here. Dark mode has another problem too, is that you cannot do shadows with dark mode. Shadows behind floating windows, which is important. So I don't think I have any examples of UI here. Well, wait, I've got a, here, I think I do. Drop this on and right click it. There's a shadow behind this menu. And so that shadow behind the menu is useful for separating, for visually separating and getting a sense that these are on different layers. Just to be clear, I'm talking about just that shadow right on the edge under here and off to the right here. That's valuable and important. And in a dark theme, you cannot do that. So in general, if productivity is important, if data density is important, in other words, I can use a smaller font, I can put more data on screen, people can still read it. If those things are important to you, then positive polarity is where you want to go. Yeah, Pudding, I think you broke us. That's my theory. Well, you know, I'm just going to say we got correlation at this point. Why would Pudding break us is the new question. Why would that happen? I don't even get that. That's over, I think, here in overlays. Is that right? Where is that code? I think I want to look for fanfare. Play fanfare. Well, I would have hit a break. I got an exception wrapper there. The Pudding is gummed up the works. Yeah, I think that's the case. All right, let's restart. I think, I don't know what to do on this. Let's do this. Let's just see if we're getting in here. Did I do the test for fixed? Did we switch to fixed? We did not. So wait, I want to start setting breakpoints in here. I think we're not getting any chat command received anymore. I think that's the problem. So if I come in here and I type in awesome, no breakpoint. Our Twitch client is somehow broken. And what else? On join channel. I don't know. That doesn't make sense. We're not going to get that. What other ones do we have here? We have on chat message received. Set a breakpoint here. Anything? Hey. Nothing. No breakpoint. Let's go look at the console. Yeah, there's Geniscu7 showing up. Yeah, nothing. So what would disconnect us from the Twitch client? I saw someone mention on C# Fritz stream that maybe Twitch APIs changed. I will reach out to C# Fritz about that. All right, let's do this. Let's shut everything down and we'll restart because we know that'll kind of get things back up and working for a while. We are not going to hold Pudding to blame for this yet. Not yet. We can't forget that Pudding saved us, right? the other day when Mark, me, was going to take us the wrong way. All right, let's kill our instance of Chrome. Let's restart that. And I've got to restart. When this happens, I also have to restart my D&D app. Remember this thing that we used to be working on. Let's go close that down. And yeah, it doesn't make sense that it would be, yeah, I'm more interested in this API change. Okay, where's my D&D app? It's right over here. And let's run this. Also looking forward to, so next week, I think I'm here maybe next Tuesday. And then that's it. I'm going to Vegas for a mini vacation. I'll be back the following Tuesday to restart the show. And at that point, I'll have another monitor back up here. I'll be back to my regular setup. Fritz sentiment analysis got 404. Someone, okay. All right. I'll ask the group. One of the cool things about being a member of the Live Coders team is you can throw a question out there and all the Live Coders can see it. So we've got all of these kind of cutting edge folks out there. All right, now I'm going to start refreshing the pages out here. Refresh the front overlay. Thought I hit the button, but I don't see it refreshing. Try again. Definitely hit the button that time. Why aren't you refreshing? Oh, we're debugging over here. Set the breakpoint. Let's clear the breakpoint. Clear this breakpoint.
Genesis 7,
there we go.
We need your help. White House.
There you go. Sorry about that. Perfect, Jetsam. Thanks for helping out with that. I was just, it looks like I had a load upload for a second. No, it looks like it's back. It's super interesting to see what the quality is in the new place for the uploads. Okay. We'll try refreshing one more time. All right, that looks like that worked. Drag in back overlay. Refresh that. And the last one to do it after this one finishes its refresh. Welcome everybody, folks just joining the stream. We are just refreshing. There we go, the overlays. And then the last one we'll do is the drone game. That'll stop our music for a second. And once that comes back in, we'll restart the music. I think we're just a few minutes away from Rory showing up, about 20 minutes away. Sometimes Rory will lurk and watch us while he's working out there and comment from afar. All right, that's loading up. When that's done, we'll start the music. And okay, so we'll look into that. We'll try to figure out what's going on with the API. I don't get it. I don't understand why that would happen. Okay, so now I've got an object I've dropped out here, and I'm pretty sure I'm not saving the object. In other words, if I've got this object and I hit Control S and I immediately hit Control O, it goes away. Okay, interesting, comes back, but I don't think it's because of persistence. I think it comes back because it's just its own other thing. In fact, it just disappeared again. Great. So if I hit Control O again, Yeah, I can't click anywhere. I'm not sure where it is. Okay, so we need to also save the stamps out is what we need to do. So let's go figure that out. There's also another thing I want to do. I want to kind of delete these, be able to turn these back into what they were, and also the walls. We have to do the walls too. Let's close it down and rerun. See what happens. Let's initialize the data. Is everything loaded yet? The drone game is not loaded yet. Sometimes I see the refresh kind of lock up for reasons that don't seem to make sense. All the apps are running. Nothing's stopped at a debug point. Let me and what's weird is if I refresh. So to be clear, what's happening is the refresh is locking. And if I refresh like right after it during this lock stage, and I say refresh again, it just locks up and their scroll bars never show up. It's ready to go. So the flickering you're seeing right now is it's demand loading all of the animation sprites. Here you can see they're kicking in like that. Let's try playing some music. Twitch command received. Turn that breakpoint off. And looks like our die roller is needs a refresh too. Yeah, I would love to fix this because I think when I do this, I always think, oh, it's not going to take too long, but it always is kind of takes longer than it should, it feels like. All right, one more time, initializing player data. That text up there should go away. When the data is initialized, it takes a second. There it is, it went away. Good. All right, good. So that's good. Now, music, is that going to work? Really? Drone game one more time. Refresh it one more time. Why wouldn't the music work? It's Signal R. We just restarted everything. I'm definitely getting the Twitch command received here. All right, let's try one more time. Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right, good. Maybe it didn't actually, maybe when I pressed it, it didn't actually go like I thought it did. Okay. D&D app running. Where does it think it's running? I don't see where it's running. Thought we closed it down. All right, let's start it up again. Run it again. Here we go. What's going on? Here it is. Here it comes. No, wait, that's something else.
Big Club Nuts!
Oh, I stopped the D&D app. Great. That's not what I wanted to do. D&D map spike is where I wanted to be and hit run. Okay. I'll close that scroll in a second. There we go. Yeah, I'm with you. The smoke makes sense. Okay. This is after loading the map, not after hitting Control O. So Control O is going to bring me here. So what do we do? Walls first? Let's figure out walls, I guess. How are walls done? It's been a while since we figured out walls, and I don't quite remember them. So let's go do a search for the word walls. You got a wall builder. Walls changed. Ooh, look at that. I bet if I just do... Let's do this. Let's see. Let's drop a marker there. Let's go find our Control O, load. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to click on. Load, breakpoint, right there. And let's hit Control O. And let's collect our marker. I want to extract both of these and extract them into a new method called reload walls. I bet you calling this will fix it. That would be so sweet. We're going to call that at the end of our load. Well, maybe right about here. Reload walls. No, I want it to be rebuild walls. That was close. Rebuild walls. Okay. And now let's run. Do we get walls? Why not? Okay. Something else needs to be, I think, persisted. The map has got the walls. Map's got a wall builder in it. Oh, wait. No. It doesn't. Sorry, hold on. That was me thinking I had drilled into one place when I had not. Walls changed. Wall change count. On walls changed. Oh, this is just for invoking it. Hold on. End walled update. Map.setWall. All horizontal walls. Aha! All vertical walls. They're private fields. They are not going to be saved, persisted. Okay, we can fix it by just putting pub up here. That's what we can do. AJ 2017 is with us. AJ 2017, how you doing, buddy? Glad to have you with us. AJ 2017 likes to just hover the drone right over there. Glad you're doing good. He's keeping a watchful eye on us, making sure we write good code. Yeah, I'm kind of, fighting between exposure, making things available, and not. Wait, don't I have a JSON include option? Hold on. I think I got a JSON include. That allows me to keep these private and still serialize them. Do I? Give me something here. No suggestions. JSON ignore. JSON required? You require that it has a value. Sweet. I'm going to say this might solve it for us. All right, let's run it. I got a red squiggly underline on this. JSON attribute. What? No, it went away. There's a problem that went away. Okay. So we're starting up. I said starting up, but I don't think I hit run. All right, here we go. I'm going to hit Control S to show you what we're looking at. Let's fill this up with something interesting. Fine, that's what we're going to do. Let's double click this too. And fill it up as well. Fine, I'll just do that. Okay, so there's our dungeon. Hit Control S to save. Now I'm going to hit Control O. Whoa! That was like a nightmare. Like what just happened? Also, look at this. It's not using the right, it's not cutting it correctly, grabbing the right spot for it. This is, I think, relative to the other problem that we were seeing that we kind of fixed in maybe the wrong place at the beginning of the show. Okay, so the walls we know were not saved out. Let's go look at the file, which is here. Starting up Notepad++, I think. That's what I chose. I don't see it running. Texture didn't look so well in there. Yeah, you're right. It looked really bad. The problem is that it's starting the upper left of the texture here and here. It's using the wrong coordinate positions for it. That's going to hint to what the deal is with the bug. Did this not work? I said edit with Notepad++. Is it open? Oh, it is. It's on what it thinks is another monitor? That's weird. Okay, I want to see if the walls are here now. Do you have anything that says wall? There we go. Okay, so we got some wall data coming in. Okay. Oh, wait, our walls, hold on. They're two-dimensional arrays. We're not doing the tile map. We built the tile map later. Okay, we do not want to save these two-dimensional arrays because I don't think they're restored correctly. But let's check actually if they are or not. How can we verify? Let's do this. Let's do a run. Okay, so here's what it looks like. So we should have a vertical wall in the 1, 2, third position over, and another vertical wall in the second position over, 1, 2. That's what we're looking for. So we're looking for a true in the third over and a true in the second over on the next line. So let's see if this load works when I hit Control O. I think I want my breakpoint there. And I'm going to hit Control S to save and Control O to load. And let's look at that. Map dot horizontal walls. Everything's false. Okay. Yeah, I don't think JSON requires solve that for us. Let's try making it public and see what happens. See if there's any difference. Okay, run. Well, no, wait, it did save it. Hold on. It saved it. Yeah, all horizontal. We went through and it was all false. There were definitely some truths we were looking for here. Definitely truths. So, one more time, save. Yes. Got my breakpoint. Wait, let's go in here and examine it there. We might be clearing it afterwards. Let's see what happens here. Holy cow, Top J is rating with a party of 14. Top Bra, or Top Raj, thank you for the raid, buddy. Worldwake is with us too. Time's up, chumps. Yeah, we were playing and having fun until you guys showed up. Fine, take them out, kids. Here, I got a special surprise for you guys. How about this? Hey, honey, you want to come say hi to everybody?
No.
Yeah, you do. Show everybody how hard you're working.
I'm sweaty.
She says she's sweaty, kids.
Gross.
Come in and say hi.
Everything I've found in the house in my hair.
You're wearing 2 pairs of glasses, actually. She's coming in, kids. Here we go. This is the one and only Karen Mangicotti.
I'm so gross.
My beautiful bride here showing up.
I have a handful of trash.
Oh, you got a handful of trash. There she is. She's jumping up into the...
It is so hard to get up here.
Hi.
I'm so dirty.
I'm so happy you're here.
So dirty.
Yeah.
falling off.
This is a family show. You can't
Also-
use that word.
Also super sweaty. Can you
Yeah.
see how sweaty,
Yeah.
how hard
Very.
I'm working?
She's working very hard. I'm working hard too.
Oh, really?
Look at these bugs I'm trying to fix.
Are you sweating?
Yeah, I am. What?
Are you doing heavy lifting?
I am. Before later today when we
Hey,
move.
Mark's fans, you might know this. You might not know this, but Mark Miller is a grown man with the hands of a baby. He has the softest hands you've ever seen because he's never actually worked.
Hey,
Full labor.
thank you for
hard
showing up.
labor.
Okay, everybody look away for a second.
I'm outta here.
Go back. She comes up and down like a Muppet. Does anybody else realize that? She's like coming up like a Muppet on the show. She's there. That's sex positive. She shows up sometimes in the chat room, also known as my wife.
He's working for two.
EFMI says roasted, and Top Raj says working too hard to show off hard work. Yeah. So yeah. Mustache. You like the mustache, kids? Yeah. We get we diet a little. We do refresh the dye job. What's going on? Why don't we have any trues showing up after we do this? Oh, we're gonna find that out. I got a breakpoint here. This is our map app. We're trying to. I'm going to hit Control O to trigger that. This is our Dungeons and Dragons. It's a real simple map for right now. I'm going to hit Control O, trigger that load. Let's see. Do we have horizontal and vertical walls? Do we have any trues? Oh, we do. So are those being cleared? That's my new question. And we got some good music here that we can. I'll crank up that volume there while we try to find this bug, kids. Bum bum. Bum bum. All right. Where are we clearing these? Build new map arrays. Ooh, that might be our problem. Right there. Is that called afterwards? That's in reconstitute. Oh yeah. That's problematic. These lines. Well, let's see what's going on here with these. Can we? I want to make sure. I want to see if it looks like maybe it did get bug identified. Baby hands engage. Nice. I want to see if the two-dimensional aspect of those were preserved. Yes, it looks like it is. So it looks like JSON can correctly serialize two-dimensional maps or data. That's awesome news. Okay, the problem is we're going to blow it all away right here on this call to reconstitute. We do not need in reconstitute, in this call to build map arrays, we don't need these two lines here. This is what blows away our data. So I'm going to take them away from there. I'm going to look for where build map arrays was called before, and I'm going to put them back in. So it's only called in process lines before. So we're going to do this, like that. Maybe for symmetry, I'll extract this as a method, and we'll call this build or new walls. Build new empty walls. Or wait, allocate wall, that's better. Allocate wall arrays, much better name. Okay, there we go. And so now, I think if we run it, we might see our walls. We see our walls. That's sweet. Okay, so just to be clear, now, if I come in here and I add some tiles here, and then I go into here, for example, let's full screen this. And you can't, I don't know if you can quite see this. It's these controls right over here. I can turn off this wall by control clicking it. At least I should be able to. Oh, sorry, I was in the wrong spot. Hold on. Where's my mouse? Here we go. All right. So right over here, control click here, right there. There's where the mouse is. So control click there, that should get rid of it. Did not. Interesting, we might have another kind of bug. Can I add walls around here? That's not working either. Let's see if we can just dive into that and find out why adding walls isn't working. I think it's a function called set walls, set wall data. Set a breakpoint here. Let's... Actually, before I go there... No, I'll go there. Set a breakpoint. See if we can discover what's going on. It says it's already there is what it looks like. Add segments there. We're adding this segment. This one shouldn't be here. Or we're saying clear them? I don't think we should be saying clear them. I'm saying add them. Wait, why is it saying to make this true here and false in the others? I don't understand that. Adding is true. Where are we setting adding to? Yeah, that should always be true. Adding. You know what I want to do? Let's set a breakpoint here or here. And run it. It's not changing anything. Control click. Now it's changing them. Okay. So it's adding them, but it's not doing anything to... Am I calling begin wall update? I think I am. End wall update. Let's get in here. I have an idea on what it is. I have an idea on what the problem is. I think, here we are, we're on end wall update. Roy, how you doing?
That is a great way to answer a phone call. I have an idea what the answer is.
I have an idea what the answer is. What do I need to do? What buttons do I need to hit so you can see me? It looks like you can't see me.
I cannot at the moment, that's true.
Let me see what's going on with that. Settings, audio and video, NDI's not coming over. Why not? Why aren't you doing that, NDI? Let's try that. There we go.
That's good. Hello.
All right. Nice. Fred says, glad to have you with us. He says, thumbs up.
Good to see you, Fred.
All right, here's my idea. So we've gone through, we've made changes to the wall, everything cool. Watch this. I bet when we go into end wall update, we're going to try and find the place where we need to trigger the event, and the event will have no handler on it because this is our reconstituted map we've deserialized from stream. So we're going to come in here, go to on walls changed. Oh, I bet we'll, hold on. Let me set the breakpoint there. We'll get here. Hold on. Hold on. Run. Oh, look at this. We've got some add segments. Hold on. Right top. Oh, we got a big end wall update, end wall update there. Okay, so that's all good code. I think we're good. Okay, so let's run. Let's run until we get to clear this. Here we go. On walls changed. So let's go in there. And it's null. That's my problem. So let's go take a look at walls changed. Where's that hooked up? Well, look, it's hooked up here. But when we bring in the new map, it's not. Okay? So what we need is, we need to extract this. Do we need anything else? We're playing with map here. Oops, hold on. That's not what I wanted to do. Here. Anything else? Any other properties we're setting in map? I don't think so. They would probably be all in that constructor right there. All right, let's hit escape to get back. This, I want to extract this into its own method called hookup map events. Like this. So now I want to call that in my load. So after we deserialize it, I want to, well, let's reconstitute first. Should I do this? I'm going to say hookup map events. Let's try that. All right. Run. Okay. Now I'm going to hit this button and on walls change. Let's go inside there. Still no. Oh, because we haven't I haven't hit open. Control O to open. Now, select this. Let's put some tile there. Let's build some walls. Let's F11 inside here. And now we got something. Let's run it. And do we see the walls around it? Yes. Okay, cool.
Nice.
We see the walls. So now here I'm going to take this, control click this to get rid of those. Nice. Okay, so now, oh man, width and height must be non-negative. What is happening here? Animated zoom to the rect. What do I got here? My bottom, get selection boundaries. Uh-oh. Nothing was found. Okay, so let's protect against that problem. So let's see. Let's do... This is my width.
I didn't see how you triggered this, but I thought it was correct in the sense that you did not have anything selected.
I double-clicked, which should have selected the whole room. Now, I'm not sure what's going on. There might be a bug in here, but the problem is that if this comes back, this is essentially max int, is what's happening. Bottom and right are at 0. That's and if that comes out like that, that means that that we've got no selection. So I could do something like this. I could say, hey, if right equals 0 or bottom equals 0, or I keep going, left is equal to max value, or top is equal to int.max value, then we got no selection. I'm not sure why we got here.
Things have gone wrong.
Yeah, no selection. What's going on with that? Let's go back into this, because I'm kind of curious as to why that happened, because we don't normally see that.
Well, is it possible that there's a further event for the double click that, as you say, should have selected the room, and that's what failed? So this is all going to work fine. The actual selecting of the whole room did not.
I don't know. Maybe. Let's see what's going on with the selection here. Let's just go in here, get tile selection, count is 0. No selection. Okay, so there's no selection in here. Why is that? Let me try double clicking again. And nothing. So double clicking isn't working. Let's go find that out. I bet there's another reconstitute thing we've got to do with the room. I bet. Let's go find that out. So this is in a. I think I've got something out here called a double click. Handle double click tile select.
Are any of our events, such as things like double clicking, stuff like that, are they set up in the XAML as opposed to in code?
Not really. Basically, double click tile select is called from a handle tile click, which is called in this handle mouse down select. So we basically get there, but I think there's also a timer that's involved.
That must already be working because it would have to be in place to do the normal selection.
Yeah. So we are.
That's all good.
Yeah, I think we're all good there. So I have a feeling it's in flood select. Is what I have a feeling it is. So let's double click here, and we're definitely getting in here. Let's go flood select here and see what happens. We got 25 tiles. Oh, selection exists. Sorry. Hold on. I'm going to just get out of this. Now I'm going to go inside here. So selection exists, no. Selection type is going to be replace. Okay. So that makes sense. And then we're one more time. Now we're finally in here. Okay. Convert all. Parent tiles is empty. So parent is the room, but the room doesn't have any tiles. It's a map region. What's going on with that? We're not saving the tiles, but we're saving the tile goods. You know what I want to do? I want to fix it. I want to fix it with a getter that just builds it on demand. Is what I want to do.
Okay.
That's what I think I want to do. So let's do this. Let's add backing field to it. So we got backing store on it. Then I want to come up here and I want to say, hey, if that's empty, then I want to say, I guess, am I going to bring it back as completely empty? I think I'm going to, I have to create, I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do a call to get tile GUIDs. I'm going to come in here. Well, wait, let's make sure what's going on. We don't want to have a double reference to, yeah, see, look, it's going to go back and get a circular reference here. We need to change this to lowercase t, so it goes to the field instead of trying to invoke the getter, which is going to come back and reference get tile GUIDs, like this. So
you just go slightly. Is that it? Is that it? Right, we're already initializing tiles to be a new list. So actually, you want to check the count of tiles in it being 0 rather than it being null.
oh, thanks a lot. Yeah, or I could also take this out and fine. I'm going to say if tiles.count. If tiles.count equals 0, and
because you're never going to have a corridor or a room which actually is 0 tiles. That's an invalid state.
Actually, I don't want to call it get tile GUIDs. I just want to go in to GUIDs. Wait, no, hold on. Tile GUIDs. I want to see if tile GUIDs is not null and the count is greater than 0. So it goes like this. And tile GUIDs is not null and tile GUIDs count is greater than 0. Like that.
Cool.
Isn't there a link kind of has any? No.
Yeah, any is so you can say .any.
.any.
But I think you actually it's a good question. I think that may already check against null, but I'm not sure because it's an extension method. You see, so it doesn't actually need an instance to operate. So it could conceivably check for the non-null as well.
All right.
But I don't know if it does. Certainly, if we could do it on tiles, we could do tiles.any. Well, sorry, not any, I suppose.
So what's going on? Why didn't reconstitute get this? That's the weird thing. It should have solved this. It should have solved it. Let's instead of, I was going to do the getter. I'm going to undo all this, kids. Sorry about that. I want to go back and find out why reconstitute is apparently not being called. All right, so there's the undo to there. Why aren't we calling reconstitute? First, I'm going to start a tab to next reference. We're calling it. All right. Let me set a breakpoint here and a breakpoint here. Let's run it. You have an exciting weekend coming up, Rory?
I have a relaxing weekend coming up.
What do you do with that? That would make me crazy. All right, we're here. I'm going to hit control.
I've got better than that. I've got a day off tomorrow as well.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I'm taking a couple days off next week. I think I'm here on Tuesday, but Wednesday and Thursday not here next week, so no show. You guys could all meet in the chat room if you wanted to discuss. Okay, let's see. Let's go into room. Hitting F11. And how many tile GUIDs? Good, we got 12. Adding the tile. Getting it. Oh yeah, we're in the get flyweight call here. This was some awesome code you gave us yesterday, Rory. Look at that. That's a big thank you to Rory. Look at that. Thanks, Rory.
In fairness, more of the effort was on the poster for on Stack Overflow than on my finding it.
Okay. And Stack Overflow. All right. Okay.
Either way, it is useful. Absolutely.
Roy, save the day. Roy, save the day, Pudding. Yeah. Be cool if I can figure out a way to save the day one day. All right, so let's see. Add tile. Here we go. The tile is coming in. That's a tile. It's got some code data in it. It's not selected. It's got no doors. It's a floor. What's going on? Invalidate tile GUIDs. Is this a problem? Tile GUIDs. This other one. Null. Is that going to be a problem for us when we come down?
We came across this yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, we're using the lowercase version of it, but we assigned it here, so we still got 12. So we're adding all of them. Tile GUIDs is totally doing that. How is tiles getting destroyed? Is my new question. I wonder if we got a setter problem here, that this is being called somewhere. I think I'm going to hit Shift F12 to bring up CodeRush's window. There it is over here. One of the cool things about the CodeRush Find All References is I can come in here and say assignments, writes calls to tiles. It seems to indicate there's only one. I'm not understanding how tiles is getting blown away, because it kind of seems like it is. Let's run all the way till we get to the end. What do we got? We got 12 in this room. That room has got 12. So now, just to confirm, one room. In that room, we've got a room with 12 tiles. Okay. I'm gonna get out of this, and I'm gonna check how many corridors I've got. One corridor, and it should have one tile in it. It does. Let's double check. Room still got one room, and it still has 12 tiles. Okay. Who's blowing this away? Why is it going away? Let's double check again. Map. Corridors. One. Room one. I'm believing the data's still all good. Data's still good.
Looks good.
Good, good. Add tiles from map. Let's check the data before we get in here. Rooms. Count is still one. And, hold on. Map. Rooms. Yeah, let's do this. Let's add watch. Okay, count is one. Open that up. Count is 12. F12, 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 F12. What's going on? Run. Double click. And what do we got now? We still have the data. Now the data is okay.
Crazy, but okay.
Let's now see what happens here. There must be something else then. I want to get inside flood select. Is what I want to do. Set a breakpoint. Whoops, not there. Set a breakpoint here.
Is this where we're invalidating tiles using the property, which then the thing we said we weren't doing in that one place, but we could very well be doing elsewhere?
Hold on.
There you go.
It's got the right. It's got them. Okay, well, now I'm just stunned. Whoa, 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 whoa!
No, there weren't. There was 0 there.
It's in the call to convert all. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Tiles just went to 0. I thought it was to 12. I thought I saw this.
GUIDs at 12.
Oh, look.
GUIDs were 12 and the tiles were 0. This is that invalidation, isn't it?
It's the invalidation? Hold
Remember
on.
when we add a tile,
Look down, but look here. You can't see because Fred's in the way. Let me hide Fred for a
I
second.
see the two 12s.
Look,
That's-
one is for tiles and one is for tile GUIDs.
and they're both good there.
Yeah, this parent
This is maps to rooms, but that one
is a different parent.
this is
What's its
Okay.
GUID? The GUID is the same.
well, that's clever. Quantum computing
What
at its
the
best,
heck?
people.
What is going on? Let me
Okay,
refresh
what
here.
is
Wait,
a
wait.
Floor space
Wait.
in this case.
Let me
versus
refresh.
a map doc.
I don't have a refresh button here. This is insane. I'm sorry, what do you want to say? Do we have two copies of the same with the same GUID?
Well, we've got a floor space structure, which is our top level object in that particular expression, and that's the one that's gone wrong somehow. Now that is a mapcore.tile, certainly, but is it the same one that's in the room? I know it's got the same GUID, but if we've done this in two places and we've fully restored one but not the other, then I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Look, I think we've got a problem if we have essentially two different objects. I'm wondering, is it possible? So this floor space is a tile. This tile is, I'm wondering if this is from before we saved. I think we have two different objects with the same GUID. let's figure out how we got this floor space object, and let's look into that. So floor space is checking to see if the base space is a tile, and it is. The base space is coming from passed in here.
Double click.
Base space, it's handle click base space. This is equal to called get tile mouse down sender. Get tile checks its tag.
Now the framework element.
We'll
That's
get there.
interesting. So have we got residual tiles that we don't clear when we do a load, which are a copy of what we had beforehand?
Yeah, we need to set the tags is what we need to set is on these properties to that piece here. So the mouse down sender is the sender as a framework element. We're looking for a line of code that says .tag equals, and I think it's this one right here. Let's see if there's another one. Not there. That's the ellipse for the resize tracker when we're resizing the shapes. That's it. So yeah, it's this line of code here. Add selector. The question is this called after we reconstitute a map or not? Because if it's not, apply flooring.
That's a button. We're not pressing a button to do it.
Add tiles from map.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Add tile overlays. I think it's called here. I think add tile overlays is the one I'm calling. Prepare UI for new map. Load. It's called there. After we call reconstitute. So we can set a breakpoint here. We can continue. We can hit Control O to load. And now drill into it and look at this, what we're setting. Add tile overlays is the one we want to go into. And then it's add selector is what we want to do. Do we have map.tiles? We got 25 of them. So add selector. We come now in here. Selector panel is equal to get selector panel. This is equal to this tile. This tile should be able to open into it. Look at its parent. Its parent is null at this point, but it's the same reference, so it shouldn't be a problem. Its parent GUID is null too. That seems wrong at this point. Why is that? They're all like this? Parent is null.
So
Yeah.
we've not associated the tiles with their parents at this stage in the process.
Oh wait, that's not true. If the parent is null, it is not in a room, I think is what's going on.
Right, so yes, we've got various void spaces that
Yeah,
would be true.
yeah, we've got some void spaces, exactly. New pudding type, Hulk pudding. Pudding smash. Nice effect. You're thinking too hard. I am. I'm thinking too hard. You know, the cool thing about this effect, kids, is that was just a test we did, and at one point, like a year ago, and the chat room folks have adopted it, and they bring it up when I'm like thinking really hard. And I'm often thinking so hard I don't notice till I look on the confidence monitor down here, and I'm like, oh, I'm thinking too hard. Okay, so the data looks okay. So let's look into this. We go into the parent. It's a map region. The map region should have some tile goods, but the tiles is empty. So at this point, the tiles is empty, and we've already called. Hold on. This is a bit of a mystery here. Let's get out of here. Shift F11 to get out of my overlays. Shift F11. Why is it after we got to stop a breakpoint here? And let's look one more time after the call to reconstitute. Hit Control O again. I want to jump in here and look at this. So I want to say map.tiles. There's my tile. I want to find a tile that's got some room data in it. Is it floor? Yes. There's its parent. Go to its parent. Tiles count is 0.
Okay, that's strange.
Let's go back and look at reconstitute again. When we call reconstitute here, let's double check this code. Call an add tile. I'm creating get flyweight, adding a new tile. Okay, I'm like pretty much flabbergasted as to why we have the count of 0 here. Hold on, one more time. Control 0, Control O. Okay, I'm adding the tile. There's my tile. It's got a parent good, no parent assigned yet. That's okay, I'm adding it. Look at the count go up, kids. Is there a second like field variable? Am I just got a confusion on that? Reconstitute. Let's get out of here. Okay, now we're done. I want to go and look at tiles. What is it? There's 12. This is surely a mystery. We're done with the reconstitute on that. I'm going to do this. So set a breakpoint here. Okay. So the question is, I have an idea on what that might be the problem, but let's take a look at the map again. So let's go down in here and let's say this dot rooms. Oh, we got map dot rooms already having one. I was going to say this dot tiles. Let's look at this. This dot tiles 25. Somewhere in here, I think 8 is floors true. There's its parent. It's a region. Its parent tiles are 0. Okay. So
slow that down a second. We're on a map, picking a tile from the map. That tile is known to be a floor just for convenience. And the tile's parent, which is a region, has no tiles in it, including the one which has been nominated as the parent. So the tile we're starting from, which says you are the parent, does not acknowledge any of its own children.
Kind of. It acknowledges its children through the tile GUID's property. In other words, so
there's been no hydration of tiles, as it were.
Kind of what it feels like. Then I want to.
This is a little strange because we are using a technique of sort of a lazy reconstitution in some places, and a very much more specific go do the reconstitution in others.
Yeah. So now if we go into this dot rooms and we look at the first room and look at its tiles, look at that. These are two different objects. So somehow the parent is getting a second different object. Oh, I have an idea. I think I know exactly what's happening. This is super cool, actually. The problem is in get flyweight. Let me show you what's going on. I love it when this happens, because if I hadn't figured this out, I wouldn't have figured this out, and I'd be still looking like, wait, what's going on? I was like, how could that happen? How can we get two instances with the same GUID? And then I thought, oh wait, I know what it is. The code that saved us is the code that is destroying us. Here's why. Here's what's happening. We are coming in and calling toObject a second time on this. What we need to do...
We might already have that GUID.
Yes, we need to. What we need to do, if it contains the GUID, so flyweight contains the GUID, yeah, we need to have a second list of objects here called reconstituted flyweights.
Yep.
You see it? You see what's
work already? Don't do it again. Just get the one we did last time.
Yeah, reconstituted flyweights like this. This is actually awesome for working with this design pattern. And so now what we want to do is we want to say we want code that looks a little bit like this, but basically like this. Then we want to say, hey, just return it. Boom. Like that. Okay? And as that particular type, as T, like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
that should work a lot better.
Yeah, it should work a lot better. Then down here, we want to like introduce a local here, and we're going to say instance like this. Then we're going to come down here and say that is equal to instance. Okay, this is sweet and beautiful because this is actually talking about this is Here we
should
are.
save us a lot of runtime on CPU
Yeah.
too, because we're not building a whole bunch of objects we don't need to.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's add your name to the dictionary, Rory. I don't know why we don't ship that. That should be a feature request. Rory's name should be in the spell checker. Okay, let's rebuild and run. I got a good feeling about this. This is just going to magically fix everything.
And it work faster too.
I don't think it'll be noticeable. You are not going to notice this. We've got other performance problems that we have to fix. Like for one is why placing walls on really large maps take a long time? Now I get really large maps are giant, right? Okay, so what do I want to do? I'm going to hit Control O, and I'm gonna cross my fingers and run it. And now I'm going to double click, and I'm going to just run it. Run it. Come on. Why?
That felt like it should work.
It felt like it should work. Come back over here. Just get to there. What's my parent? What? Still?
Come on.
That doesn't make any sense. Dock that pudding right, Rory. Dock didn't work?
Doc didn't work. I think we've lost our control from the chat room. I was just going to pop AJ away because he was in the way of some code. However, I suspect he was in the way of some code because he's lost control as well.
Well, that's not any good.
Actually, looking at it, no animation on the drone either.
Hard to tell, actually. I know you're right. It looks like there's no animation on it. But I got animation on other parts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it takes too long to restart everything. I'm gonna keep going. Why is this?
Keep hammering this problem. This is strange.
Here we call get flyweight. Give it the GUID. Map.get flyweight. I do need to clear this after a load, to be fair. Also, I want to JSON ignore it too. Sorry, I know it has nothing to do with the problem at hand here,
We don't want it causing other problems later.
but I don't need to do that. You know you broke something even when the doc command isn't working. Yeah. Yeah, it's pudding is breaking my shell. Why isn't Surly Dev with us today, by the way? Copperbeardy's out there. All right. Copperbeardy shows up. I'm going to restart. I'm going to restart stuff. We'll reload. Hold on, kids. We're shutting down. Shutting down. Shutting
Can't be
down.
looking unprofessional in front of Call of Duty.
Yeah, those. Everybody else we're good with. Not Copperbeardy, for goodness sakes. All right, here we go. Let's get the overlays, start them up. Yeah, the thing that's a bit of a drag is we have to also refresh in OBS the overlays, and refreshing the overlays isn't instantaneous anymore. There's, I think, been a change to the OBS software. I don't know. I'm not sure what my theory is on this yet, but the overlays are not refreshing as quickly sometimes. I'm going to do the drone game first, though.
Mr. Announcer has arrived.
Here comes the refresh. We're going to lose that music for a second. I'm waiting for the scroll bars to go away. Sometimes, Rory, they take like a minute or two, and sometimes it's instantaneous. And if it takes more than like 20 seconds, and I come in and I refresh, can do it and be instantaneous. It's like it gets in this locked up kind of position. It doesn't know it. And simply going in and refreshing the cache, and this is all new behavior on code I haven't changed.
I think it's like the sound that we experience. So, you know how sometimes it works really well first time, and there are other times where it just doesn't work for ages. It's like young children, very young children, like babies and stuff. The basic principle is, as soon as somebody knows what the rules are, change them.
Yeah.
Consistency is apparently not your friend.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you. All right, so let's, that's kind of, yeah, it's still not refreshed. The drone game's not refreshed. All right, we're going to wait for that to refresh before I start refreshing the others, because that doesn't, you know what, I'm going to do one more time. Yeah, it's like, come on, one more time. I'm going to hit refresh. I need to dig into those interactive overlay things. You know who got me started on it? It was Brendan. And there we go.
Copper Beardy is in the house.
I feel so much better after that intro.
Yeah, it's much better, isn't it? It feels
All
refreshed,
mellowed,
clean.
chilled out, ready to go.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay, let's go back over to our app. Come on, that should have worked. Why did that not work? Prepare for serializations coming down here. We're adding the flyweights. Yes, come on. Why is that not working? Set a breakpoint here. I'm sure that we're going to hit this. I still won't clear this. I need to clear this on my load. Am I open? Let's set a breakpoint there. We'll clear it. Okay, here we are running. Do we have the refresh done? Can we bring the music up? There it comes. Okay, hit Control O for open. Where am I going to put this? Wait, where was it? I thought that was part of here. That's over in map? Oh, okay.
Well, it's one of the earliest parts of Reconstitute then, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think it's going to be automatically taken care of. It'll be cleared automatically when we call deserialize object, because it's going to create a new instance of a map calling the default constructor, which will in turn call all the default initialization for the fields. So it's good. I don't need to do anything there.
One less problem.
Yeah, one less problem. Okay. Now, the question though is why, so while this works, why doesn't a double click work? Got my flood select. This is my problem line of code. The problem is here. The parent tiles is 0. I can fix this. It shouldn't be. I can fix this with code that essentially acts like a Band-Aid that looks for this condition and says, oh, I'll fill it in for you. But it makes no sense that I have two objects.
So the presumption at this stage is we've got a whole bunch of tiles, all of which should have a parent of a room or a corridor. Yeah? And that we have clicked one of those tiles. Therefore, every tile should have a parent. And what's more, that parent should be aware of all of its tiles.
Yep. But this parent does not. The thing that's insane...
This is exceptional somehow.
Yeah, the thing that is insane that I don't get at all is that the if we go into the map and we say map.rooms of 0, well, we've got that right up above on this line of code above as well. But if we go into that right there and we go into the tiles of that, we have 12 of those, 12 GUIDs. This should be the room.
So room 0 cannot be the parent of this floor space.
You know what's interesting though? This parent is of type map region, not room. This might be part of the problem with regards to serialization. So so parent, hold on. How is parent? Actually, I'm thinking it's not part of the problem, but the fact that, well, hold on. This is of type map region. This actually maybe. What type is in our down here? This is a type room.
Yeah, it's definitely a disparity.
So it's a different type. Okay. So if that's a different type, let's go figure out why. I think I know why. Hold on. Ah. Yeah, I know why. I was really close the first time. The problem is, my call to get flyweight is passing in the wrong type. And when I pass in map region, and it comes in here as flyweight's as T, right there, right? Hold on. Yes, it assigns it. Wait, hold on. Later, I come in and ask for it as a room. See what's going on? So first time I put it in, and it's a map region. It has to do with the order in which they're put in, I believe. If we were putting them in all the rooms first, then later when I asked it a map region, it would work out correct. It's a sequencing issue. In other words,
in that case, would it not pull it out as a map? Sorry, try to pull it out as a map region. Sorry, the first time in map region,
yeah.
Then you ask for it as a room. It
Yes.
can't cast it to room. Should it not come out null at that point? So you'll get a null coming out of get flyweight.
Yes, and so if it's a get flyweight is a null, then wherever that's being assigned, it's not going to be here, not here.
Could be that.
Oh, you know what? I'm not actually asking for it as a room anywhere. Okay, you know what? I thought I had it, and I didn't. That was not it. Although I do think it's problematic. I think it's problematic because, hold on. Here, let's hit the CodeRush nav key and go to base types. And performance issue here, I think. Oh no, I didn't hit enter. Okay, never mind. Base types of map region. What? These are not. Oh, sorry. I didn't want base types. I wanted descendants, derived types. There we go. I wanted to see if I've got any, checking to see if I'm in a room, like if I've got any as room or is rooms in this code. Wait a second.
What's an is room just then?
Flood select all, type T, get all matching tiles, T.
So get all rooms effectively at the moment.
Oh yeah, that's if I triple click. So the triple click is gonna fail, I think. Select all rooms. That's gonna fail because we're not reconstituting. We're not bringing it back in as the right type.
So somewhere you've got a flood select all tile. Is that right?
No, I don't. I only have rooms and corridors. So that's when I triple click. I think we're looking at a potentially different problem than the one we're trying to solve. I feel like we're really close to
You were looking for things that were room-based and did an is or as, and there was an is there somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, there is inside of that. Hold on, why didn't I see that? Get flyweight. Get flyweight. Let's do this. Set a breakpoint here. And let's embed that. Okay. I want to see if we ever get here. Because
Miscast cast things, essentially.
Yeah, I based on the review of the code, it looks like maybe that's not the case. But I was kind of thinking this was my problem, is that it was trying to find it, it was seeing that it was null, and then it was setting it elsewhere. Okay, it's up and running on my left screen. I'm hitting Control O to get to my breakpoints. Just gonna hit run. No, it's not. How the heck are we getting two different ones in here? Let's look at the two different places where we're setting parent. I feel like that might give us a big clue. Map region, and I'm thinking, instead of creating descendants, I might have to change the code so we just have a field that says, am I a room or am I a corridor? That sort of thing. Is room, is corridor. Let's see. I want to go to tile. Parent good.
Feels a little strange doing a get flyweight of map region ever, because you don't actually want a map region, you want a room or a corridor, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't know which it is. That's why I need to, I think we need to make some changes to this, is what I think we need to do. I'm almost thinking, let's make the changes now and see if by chance it fixes the bug. I'm not sure that'll do it, but I think we're going to want to make these changes anyway to solve the other problem we were just looking at. So let's do that. Let's go find room and let's kill it. Let's just kill it and build. Let's delete it. Kind of like those generic methods, though. Those generic method calls.
Yeah.
Hold on. Like, well, I don't know. Not that. That's not that big of a deal. But yeah. But I'm really these two calls. I like those two, but we'll need to change those two. So let's go kill room. And kill corridor. All right, let's go into map region. Add an enum region type. Whoops. Whoops. Caps lock on. Okay, there we go. Region type, and we're gonna say. Let's see here. First one is going to be room. And the next one is going to be corridor. And I'm thinking that might be it. Like that. And
Good enough now, eh?
what'd you say?
It's certainly good enough for now. Those are the two we removed. We could expand them with other things later. Maybe have field or something.
I find the one I almost always add is none. When I'm dealing with
void space.
Yeah, I don't know, but we won't have one.
Already, don't we?
Yeah, we won't have the map region there. So region is by default a collection of elements. So I'm going to say it can only have positive values essentially.
The thing is, though, that if you don't have sort of a none or item, you can't detect ones that you haven't allocated on purpose.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I agree. Region type. And that's why I often add it. But for now, I'm going to say no, I'm not going to add that. I am going to... let's go figure out where we're creating. Let's build and see where our problems are. Okay. So this is going to be a map of... map region. Like that. Rooms, the same thing. Note our Control O to load is going to be disastrous. We'll need to save first. Let's see where else our build. Let's build again. Oh, I like that it's a good sign that it is. It's a really good sign that we are only have a few errors here on this. Let's see if that holds true for us. These two are identical. Let's see what's going on here.
It's actually going to save us some code, isn't it?
Well, maybe not, actually. Because they're not really identical. region type is equal to region type dot room. And up here, I got to say corridor dot region type is equal to corridor. Okay. Okay. Build. Okay, this is going to be map region. And this is going to be map region. Good for that. Let's build again, see where our errors are. Like that. J27 flying around. We have control. That's nice. Okay, we got that build again. Okay, that's a test case. Flood select all. Parent is already of type map region, right? It is. Okay, so we're going to say parent dot. No, we're just going to say flood select all, and we're going to change. Well, I think we need to say if that's null, then we want to get out of here. Then we're going to come down and say flood select all, and we're going to say dot region type selection type. That's what we want to do right there. Flood select all, we're losing that. I'm also sad about get all matching tiles. We're losing that as well. We lose our T's. A little sad. And we
well,
want,
I mean, we can technically still do get all matching tiles. It's just that we'll have to do a slightly different implementation.
yeah, I know, but we lose the generic aspect of it, which I was really liking the succinctness of it. But that's okay. Region type. There. Room. This one I want it to be corridor. And I want to get rid of this. I like that adding parameter found these other ones in here that were error calls. Okay. Then I want to come in here. Let's get add. Can we just see if add parameter works here, even though this is not the right call? Looks like it might be working. No, something's wrong here. All right. Okay. Let's get this working and compiling and then try it again. Pudding says, I don't see how that'd be a bad thing.
So Pudding was all cries into dessert, and I say, you must eat a lot of soggy dessert, but apparently that's not a bad thing.
Pudding says, my coin. Did Pudding lose coins? Is that why he said my coins?
I think so, possibly.
I gotta make that coin saving algorithm more robust. All right. All right, so if tile.floorSpace and tile.floorSpace.parent is not null, and floorSpace.parent dot region type equals the region type. Is what I'm looking for there. And now we're going to declare that region type. That looks good. And then pass in region type here. Okay, I think that's the code we need. Let's do a build. Folks in the chat room, you guys doing anything exciting this weekend? Oh, he was trying to get my coins. Jetson was stealing them.
Ah.
Nice.
A little bit of friendly competition. It's all good.
All right. What do we got? We got a build succeeded. Run.
That's good.
Remember, I can't do an open. I have to save first. So
That's right.
Control S first to save.
Our structures have changed, and therefore our serialization will result in different data.
Okay, so save. Wait, let's get some background here. So we got something cool going on. It's kind of stylized. This one's kind of fun. All right, so we'll do that. This bugs me. Oh, I double clicked it. All right. Let's come down here and see what happens. Are we going to be any better? Oh, look at this. On my parent tiles, I actually got a 1.
Is that because we're in the corridor?
Yeah. If I double click here, am I going to get valid data here too? Did we just fix it?
Oh, what?
12.
Now, am I crazy, or does that feel rather disappointing now somewhat?
How did we fix it?
Why is it working?
Yes.
It's kind of ricocheting through my head.
I know, me too. I'm like, what? Let's do this. Let's build the wall out here. Let's set that up here. Let's select just this one. Control click to get rid of that. Now we've changed the shape of it. Let's come up here. I want to. Did I set that yet? I guess I didn't set it. Let's just set it to that one. And so there we've got our corridor. We've got our room. Let's double click the room. Uh-oh. That didn't work.
Okay.
It thinks this is separate from that. That might be, hold on. Let's see what happens when I save and then I load. Control O, I just hit it. Now double click. Double click's not working. Oh, no, double click.
Outside.
Double click did. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a Go ahead.
Weirdly, all the images are identical, where previously they were randomized.
Yeah, I gotta find it. No, they weren't randomized. They were taken from the right position in the tile. The position that something's wrong with the way we're bringing things back in here. Let me hit Control O. Well, at least it's getting this.
Taking a width and a height.
Yeah, but it's using the same
making it
tile.
square.
Yeah, if I double click, nothing. If I double click here, nothing.
So there was that one moment where briefly it all
whoa.
seemed to be working.
That was a triple click. That was triple click. Hold on. Double click should work. If a triple click works, why doesn't a double click work? Triple click, 1, 2, 3. That works. 1, 2, 3. Why does it think that's a corridor? Oh, it is a corridor. Wait, it is a corridor because it doesn't have 3 adjacent spaces. Hold on. I think so what I thought was a bug, I don't think is a bug. Hold on. Let me do this. Fill in this. Okay. Then we're going to, we'll fix the walls. We don't really need to fix the walls, but put one on the bottom, put one over here. Now if I double click, I think it'll find it. Oh, it's not finding it but I think it's a different problem that's making it not find it. Wait, let me try triple clicking. 1, 2, 3. Come on. Rory. I'm sad. But you know what? I got to go work. I got to move.
Yeah?
I got to move, buddy. And you're almost out of time as well.
You're lifting stuff today.
I'm lifting stuff, yeah. Should we work on...
This is the big move between the two houses, yeah?
It is, yeah. So now I've just done this right here. I've filled it, and notice how it looks. It looks great. But see this upper left one? So I'm going to hit save, Control S to save. I'm going to hit Control O to open it. And now look at what happens. It puts the upper left everywhere on there. Don't forget to lift with your legs, not your backs that's putting. Let's find this bug and see if we can get insight into it at least. Maybe fix it. That's using the big textures, the big process big textures. We're just adding this straight out into the texture files. I think. Create texture. It's going to create a new big texture. Okay. These are not persisted. They're just simply reloaded. They're in memory. See what's going on here. Sex positive standing at the door, tapping your foot and saying, "Stop playing with your friends and come help me move." Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah. Process big textures. What are we passing in? The tile textures. Get texture. Base texture, add floor tile. Could this be my problem? Add tiles from map. Am I calling that? Yeah, I'm calling that here. Let's see what happens. Is column and row not correct? That would be weird and bizarre. Wait, get image. Let's see what happens. Let's hit Control O. What do we got? Do we got good data? Okay, that's good. The column 2, row 0. Let's jump into get image. Get image from file name. So it's going to grab tile border random 5. That one I don't actually care about because that's not a big texture. Selector tile. No. Base texture name. That might be okay. Let's just set it. We got another breakpoint here. Let's see where our next one's going to be. Image file name. Here we go. Big textures. Hulk is the name of that texture. The row 1, column is 1. Jump inside. There's the get image from file name. So we're getting that image. Okay. I believe this state is probably good. Returning it. Adding floor tile. Draw image over tile. Pixel X is 120. Pixel Y is 120. The tile. Hold on a second. What? Exception check viewers. No such host is known. That's interesting. That's another app. Hold on. Sorry. Back over here. I'm not sure what's happening here at this point. I'm lost a little bit in terms of the numbers and what they're used. I have to kind of go into it. So now we're saying copy image 2 and there. We're going to right pixels 2. We're still at 120, 120. Pixel width, pixel height. Source X and Y. So source X and Y are 0 here. Hold on. Copy image 2 is again Y. How are we getting these exceptions in check viewers? What's the exception? No such host is known. Yeah, this is like a weird Twitch is down kind of thing, I think. I don't know. So if we come in one more time, I'm disabling that line. I want to see copy image 2 where it's passing in X and Y. Oh. Here's my problem. I'm getting right on out of there. Okay, I see the problem. The problem is that we were doing this. I think this problem is actually solved by deleting these 2 lines of code. These lines of code were needed for the other tiles, but for big textures, I think we can just delete them and it'll actually work. Let's run it.
Okay.
Let's clear this. And let's, Control O one more time should fix it. There it is. See it?
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, good. So that's not bad. The lines are needed everywhere else, but that code that we weren't calling was code that figured where in the big texture to pull up. So we're getting closer. We still have a few issues here, but that's because we started with a complex, pretty much high-end class, sophisticated class, and started persisting it. But now we seem to have our walls are working, our big textures are working. We don't have double-clicking on the rooms working. Sad. I want to see if it's working just right off the bat when I load. Because I feel like I saw it working once, and then maybe we killed it. And so there might be an accumulation of state or data that is causing it to not work. All right, let's see what happens. The app's coming up. Hit Control O. There it is. Double click. Not working. Triple click. Not working. Double click. Not working. Not working. Triple click. Works. Somehow thinks this is a corridor. It was at one time, remember? Then we changed it. When we changed it, we did not remove it from the corridors list, though. That's something in my code is just not doing. I have to do that. That's a problem with my code. So, all right. You okay, Roy?
I am. Yeah.
I feel like I'm just totally. You've got interesting things to say. No, I feel like I'm interrupting Roy. I want to make sure he's okay. Look at you. Why don't you come and show everybody that?
I thought that you were checking in with me.
I am checking with you.
You know how hard I was working.
We're gonna go.
Your work wife, Rory. That's who you're checking in with.
He's not a work wife, honey. He's my friend. This is how Karen is prepared to move. Here, come on in. Get your face up here, baby. There you go. Isn't she awesome?
Absolutely.
Okay, I need to go make out with my wife. I mean, I've got to go work to pack the house.
Things.
What? Lift heavy things?
I'm about to jump in the shower.
Okay, well, you're going to do that. I'm going to do some work. I'll probably do all the work, and then you can come out and I'll be done. I will clip this. Somebody is threatening. I'm going to send you over to C# Fritz. I think that's what I'm going to do. See what?
Wait, are you really ending?
Yeah, I'm ending, baby. I'm ending the show. Let's see how he's doing over there. What's he doing? What's he working on? What do we got, C# Fritz? What's going on over there, buddy? Why is it taking so long to load? There he is. Looks like C# Fritz has got some blue blockers on.
Don't know.
All right. He's coding. He's intense. He's in the middle of it. Let's go. We'll send you guys over there. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I think I'm back next Tuesday. Watch for tweets to find that out. I'm going to start the raid over to C# Fritz.
Right. This triggered a
Whoops.
change
Right
which updated.
about now. There goes the raid. All right. And thanks so much, everybody. Ending the show. He's good by ending the show. Say that to Jeff
Right,
for me,
updated the properties.
See you all on Tuesday.
and we'll see you on Tuesday. Thanks, Roy, buddy.
Should have notified.
We'll see you next time.
Hey, Mary Jo, welcome. Come. Welcome in. Welcome in.